Dope, right?
Yeah.
Welcome back to LHRPG. This is Painting with LHR Part 2. Last video, we started off, I had the Beholder and you had the Shadow. So his is pretty much done. Are you going to do a clear code? Or?
Yeah.
And then here's my Beholder so far. And last time we were kind of telling different just old war stories from tabletop gaming, and this video I wanted to focus on memorable characters we've had in our games.
Oh.
Who are some memorable characters, like PCs. We could do NPCs in another video. I think. So you're kicking us off, Nexus. Hit it and pick your next mini. We can set him on the primer pad.
Yeah, I want to let it dry a little bit before I touched him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which mini I want. You know what? I'm gonna go with this one. Come on, come off the tail, you jackass. Veteran leader.
Ooh. That was bad. That could have been very bad.
Go. And focus. There we go. Oh, his sword bent. I fixed it.
Okay, cool.
But, are we talking about personal characters?
Like PCs, not necessarily. It don't have to be one of yours. It can be one of yours. Just any player characters we've had in our personal games that are memorable, and a little bit of why they were so memorable.
Okay, so I would have to go with. That is good. The Stranger Things campaign.
Okay.
The Paladin. So grudgeful as he was.
Oh, you talking about Billy Goat Beard?
Yeah.
Paladin? Yeah.
So grudgeful as he was. We had an idiot player. Not the Billy Goat
He's
Beard.
one of our best friends.
Not the idiot player.
He actually played in our. He actually ran our Cthulhu game tonight. It was his first ever session he's ever ran, and I think he did a really, really good job.
Well, he was playing a paladin, and one of the other players, their character, kept causing a lot of trouble. Well, instead of solving it the way a paladin should have,
in our opinion,
he committed a not so good act that resulted in an alignment change. I can't remember exactly what it was.
To be fair, though, alignment has very little to do with the game anymore.
Yeah.
It's more or less a moniker.
Yeah, it's like everybody's chaotic stupid anymore.
Yeah, so it really didn't have too much of an effect. He just he had to replace his divine magic with arcane magic. Is all I made it do.
Yeah.
So he still had access to his spell slots and shit. I just made him use the arcane list instead of divine spells. That's all. But would you like to expand on why exactly that went down?
I'm trying to remember exactly what it was that happened.
Inferno.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm trying to remember exactly what it was that he did. It was.
What had happened was.
He had accidentally. No, he didn't miscast. Billy Goat Beard, as we're going to so correctly call him from now on, is Billy Goat Beard.
Yes, that's going to be his PC name on this channel, is Billy Goat Beard.
Well, he had threw a javelin. It was a javelin. He either threw a javelin or he shot a bow, and he missed, and he hit Inferno. Well, Inferno got mad, and he cast a spell on him intentionally.
No, it was the other way around. Inferno accidentally hit Billy Goatbeard. And
Yeah.
Billy Goatbeard, as a lawful good paladin, turned around knowing full well it was an accident and fucking hit him with a sword.
You're right. But it wasn't because of the accidental hit, it was because of what he said. There was something over a disagreement, and he said, and he told him that he would do it again. So Billy Goatbeard smited him with his sword.
The smite had no effect. He wasn't evil. He was chaotic.
No, I'm saying
stupid.
he smited him. He didn't cast smite. He smited him with the sword.
Okay. Yeah,
He dealt.
He
the
was
bad
just
thing
chaotic
about it.
stupid.
Yeah, the bad thing is he dealt a massive amount of damage when he hit.
He did. He took him down to like 3 HP.
One smack, max damage.
And they were level 3s, so it's not like he only had like 4 hit points, you know. I think he had like 12.
Yeah, he was. You know, he had a little more than that because he had max HP.
Yeah, but he was. I think he was like a wizard or a sorcerer, so they start with like a D4 or D6. And it was level 3, so the max he would have is between 9 to 18. No, 12 to 18.
Yeah, because he hit him with the.
Well, plus his con mod.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
So I say maybe around 22 hit points. And he took him down to 3.
Yeah, he hit him with
So,
the great
it was
sword
pretty
of
powerful.
He hit him with a great sword that dealt
It was pretty
2d6
powerful.
plus his strength modifier and his proficiency bonus, which left him with like I think it was 2 or 3 HP. Which one is yours?
Okay. I'm going to say, actually, Philip Howard from our first Call of Cthulhu campaign.
No, he wasn't in our first one.
He was. He just didn't join the group until the 4th episode.
Oh, that was dumbest thing.
The
I
4th
could've done.
adventure. Why'd you do
It's a
that?
habit. I'm not used to painting in my nice shirts.
Yeah, it was the 4th adventure in the first campaign. The first campaign, I think, was like 10 adventures. And it was... The first one was The Haunting with the Corbett house. The second one was Mr. Corbett, which I remodeled into Mr. Crowley. The third one was Miss Dews, where you were chasing Sticky Jack.
Yeah.
And you had to finish with just you and Kit because old boy dipped out. And
Not
then-
by his choice.
Yeah, he had to. It was family emergencies, no issues. And then the 4th episode, you couldn't make it because I think you had gone back home.
I had to work.
Yeah, so that's when Strife and his old lady joined in. And then that was the sanatorium adventure from Haunted Mansions of Madness. I think it's a 2nd edition module, but it's very easily, you can do conversions for additions to 7th edition, like in your head. As long as you can multiply 1 to 20 by 5, you're golden. You're set. It's legit that easy. But Philip was a doctor. He was, what, like 40-something? 50-something. He was an older guy, because his son was 17. And it's just, he had a lot of quirks, and he was a very big influence on a lot of the PC, like a lot of the other player characters built a strong connection with him. And then we finished off the campaign with Blackwater Creek, and I had them face off with Shub Niggurath, and by the end of it, he ended up blowing up the cave with him inside it so he could try to blow up Shoggoth. So he ended up basically killing himself off. And his wife, my cousin, was physically crying at the table. Like, it was pretty moving. So, but we fucked all that up by time traveling, and they saved him. So, oh, you gotta hate that shit.
And you took away my awesome bonus to my boomerang.
Yeah, it was so way too overpowered. I don't know why the PDF had it printed like that. It was like fucking
1d8
plus your strength score.
Half strength.
I'm like, no, dude, because his strength was a fucking 90.
No, it was an 80.
So he's dealing like 48 points of damage with a fucking
that.
boomerang.
It was
A minimum of 41 with a boomerang. Fuck that. That's more than my gun does. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
You've seen Road Warrior.
We have the printed copy right here, show proof, of the 7th edition Call of Cthulhu Investigator's Handbook, and per weapons chart in there, no, it is the D8 plus your damage bonus. That's how we're going to run it, sir. I'm sorry. That is way too much damage for a fucking piece of wood.
And 100 damage for a fist.
A magical fist of Yog-Sothoth. Yes, that is a super OP spell, but I see why it would be that powerful. I believe it's supposed to be tapping into the power of Yog-Sothoth.
I don't think it was meant to be used in that way, neither.
I don't believe it was either, but he used it to great effect tonight, did he not?
He did.
He killed an avatar of Sathaguar.
And he kept my character from being plunged into oblivion with the tentacle.
Yes.
It turned into some weird Japanese stuff really quick.
That's so fucked up.
Well, I mean, the tentacles bitch slapped you and knocked you to the ground.
Yeah, it cut my chest open. He said it hit me like a whip.
But see, I think he's just trying. I think he calls himself trying to get back for all the
bullshit we've put him
the
through.
derpy stuff that he's done that he's been penalized for.
Yeah.
And he doesn't see why he got penalized. So he's like, you know what? Here's my chance to get back at these guys.
Hey, he did it in a very creative way tonight, though. I enjoyed the hell out of this session. Full disclosure, I've been running Call of Cthulhu for, 2 years now? And this is the first time I've ever actually
a little over a
played
year, because you started it while I had when I had my surgery.
Yeah, I started in October of 2019.
A little over a year.
Yeah, so it'll be 2 years in October. And tonight was the first time I've ever actually been able to play it. So it was really fun for me. The first hour or so was pretty jerky. He was just kind of getting his footing. Like I said, it was his first session. He was just kind of, getting comfortable. But once he actually got in the zone, he took the fuck off, and I had fun. I had a fucking blast. I hope he runs again. It gives me a chance to sit down and actually play, and I like being able to play with you, bro. Normally, we're forever DMs.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a player actually step up and run every once in a while.
We've been trying that for how long?
Yeah.
But
Strive Straight refuses.
On that subject, I am about to start training somebody to be a DM.
Your son?
Yeah.
The oldest?
Yes. He actually has the Skyrim board game.
Mm.
But instead of controlling one player, you control a team. Or some shit. We don't have all the... He got the starter kit, the starter set, but it doesn't come with all like the it's a tabletop RPG. It comes with a map and all that stuff. But there's bonus packs that you can buy with it, just like with D&D, Call of Cthulhu. that's, NPCs and all that stuff, cards and whatnot. We don't have none of that.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the cards, but we don't have none of the figures. I told him we can make do with the D&D figures, and he outright refused. He wants the dragon. Has to have the
D&D has Dragonborn.
No, the Skyrim Dragonborn. The Dome.
I don't play Skyrim, full disclosure. Is there a difference?
Yeah, the Dragonborn in Skyrim, think more of instead of like strictly, your dragonkin and you breathe a breath weapon regarding your color, you think more of you use your voice to push, to sprint, whisper, like throw your voice. You can weaken people, kill them, mark them for all kinds of weird shit. Then on top of that, you have fire breath and cold breath and all kinds.
Okay, but
of
I
shit.
mean like with appearance.
Whatever race you pick in the game. The game you
Right,
pick
but
between
how
human.
different do they look from D&D Dragonborns?
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the rate. It's not like a Dragonborn in D&D. It's you pick orc, human, Khajiit, which is catfolk, or Argonian,
so
which
just
is
have
lizard.
like dragon-like abilities.
Yes.
That's it.
And they harvest. Your abilities get stronger with the more dragon souls and.
But they don't look nothing like dragons.
Unless you pick an Argonian.
Is that like a Dragonborn? in D&D?
It looks like lizard folk.
What the fuck?
But you can customize the color scheme where they look like a dragon, and you can actually, if you take the time, you can actually make them look like the Dragonborn.
I'm just saying that sounds pretty lame.
Well,
I hear Dragonborn, I think humanoid dragon. That's what it should be. I never really got into Skyrim like that. But then again, I don't like Lord of the Rings.
Skyrim's not Lord of the Rings.
I know. But it takes more inspiration from Lord of the Rings and Pathfinder than it does D&D.
Well, yeah.
I think the main reason for that is because they didn't get legal clearance from Wizards of the Coast to use any of their D&D's specific creatures or anything like that. That's why there's no beholders or anything in it.
No, you have instead of like whites, you have like the different types of undead. You have Draugr. Instead of Drow, there's what used to be called Moon Elves. They're now called Falmar. There's no dwarves in it. They're all gone. They just disappeared. Nobody knows where they went. But there's dwarven ruins that you can ransack or pick up dwarven scrap metal that you can use to make weapons out of. So, what I think is awesome about it is all the different weapons that you can craft out of different metals. Glass, iron, steel.
Oh yeah, but you also like Minecraft.
Well, no, this isn't like Minecraft crafting. I mean, this is you have to like legit go and actually hunt this stuff down or buy it. Like, there's no grab it. Okay, I have all this. Now I can go over here and just make this weapon. No. That if you don't have a high enough smithing ability, you can't craft it. Whether it be armor, weapons, jewelry, or whatever. Making potions, unless your alchemy's high enough, your potions are garbage. Like a health potion, you can have a greater health restoration potion, and it might only heal you for 5 points of health because your alchemy is garbage. Poisons do 1 damage.
You see, I have the official Chaosium Call of Cthulhu video game,
Look at the cape.
and yeah, it plays pretty much like the tabletop RPG, like to the point where there's an algorithm to replace dice rolls for random number generators for your skill checks and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. Check out that first coat on the skin.
Oh, yeah.
First coat. It's not finished, but it will be. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Until next time, we are the Little Hellraisers, and this has been LHRPG.
Whoop, 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 whoop.